What's up, everybody? It's Beasey here, and I'm going to try to make a new series. So this series is all about trying out my games that I have. I have a huge catalog of games on Steam, Epic Games, right? You get free Epic Game like every week, and then sometimes you get bundles with games on Steam, or Humble Bundle will give you Epic or Steam games, just a bunch, right? Sometimes you get that, what is it, that Humble Choice, getting a lot of games. So I have a bunch of games. I have I think over 500 games combined on both Steam and Epic Games. So I got to go through them, right? And so this new series, I'm gonna be trying out 20 minutes of a game and seeing if it will hook me. So pretty much, I'm trying to see if that game interests me now, right? Like maybe it interests me in the past, maybe it interests me in the future, but I'm gonna try to see if that game will interest me now. So this is gonna be opinion based. It's not gonna be like this is factual, this game sucks, this game's trash, or this game's amazing, or the best game in the world. It's gonna be my opinions and what games I actually think will hook me. So it might not hook you, it might hook you, and I might be like, nah, this game ain't it for me. But I'll give my reasoning, I'll give my thoughts and opinions, like I said, on these games, and really it's just to see if they'll hook me and if I will continue to play them. And like I said, if it does hook me, then that's a game that I'm gonna play down the line. Maybe I'll add it to the YouTube channel, maybe I'll live stream it on Kick, Twitch, YouTube. But this is just a new series that I want to try out. And so the first game that we're gonna get into, not sure yet. I have three games right now that I'm kind of wanting to try out, and those games are gonna be Hogwarts Legacy, um, the Lego Hobbit game, and then another game on Epic. It's a random game, but it's an Epic Games game, so I want to try that out as well. So those are the three games I'm gonna start with, and we'll go from there. So those games may not be exciting, but what we're gonna do is go through my catalog of games, and eventually we're gonna get to newer games. So once we go through the older games, go through the games I have, I buy a new game when it comes out. I'm like, hey, will this game interest me? Will this game hook me? Maybe, maybe not, right? So that's what we're gonna do. And the rules are it's got to be 20 minutes of gameplay, right? So 20 minutes of gameplay. So we're not going to include cutscenes. We're not going to include the cinematics. I'll take into account the tutorial levels and how they play, right? Because if it's like a straight tutorial, like jump, press A, right? Stuff like that, I'm probably not going to count that as gameplay. But once we get to the actual, like, you're doing stuff, or it's a tutorial where it's walking you through the game and it's like actual gameplay and you're actually on your own already playing the game, but it's just telling you like extra little hints here and there, maybe I'll count that as the 20 minutes. But it's going to be on a case by case basis because I want to make sure that it's fair to the game, right? Because if they design the tutorial to be slow and explain in detail and it's actually useful for me, then maybe that's what I need. And I can't judge a book by its cover. I can't judge the game by its tutorial, you know? So case by case basis, we'll judge when we get to the games. But really, the basis of this is 20 minutes. Can the game hook me based off its gameplay? So with all that being said, let's get right into the first game. I'm going to cut right here and I'm going to start up the game. Alright, so as you guys can see by the game playing in the background, right now I decided to start off with Lego The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. So I'm going to start off just by saying it's a Lego game. I have experience with Lego games, so the tutorial will really give me a good idea for how this game plays, right? For example, the buddy up system. That was new to me, but it helped me understand how the game will play, right? You're able to use each other more than in previous games, right? When I used to play Lego games, you would just switch between people like, oh, I need to step on a platform, let me switch, step on a platform. That was how you kind of worked together. But this game, you like tag team and you do like a tag team wrestling power move, you know, to actually like move on to break something, to get across. There's a part in the tutorial where you like swing across a rope and then you switch to another guy and he grabs on and hops off. Like he grabs to the other dude's legs or shoulders, and as he swings, he jumps off to the other side. So that's something new to me in Lego games. But it makes sense in the Lego universe, right? So they still have like the building mechanics, swapping characters, smashing things, collecting the Lego studs. All of that stuff is core to Lego video games. So maybe this one is a bit of a cheat for me, but I will allow the tutorial to be a part of the gameplay just to kind of cover for that, right? Also, now that that's out of the way, I also want to point out that I did end up playing a little bit more than 20 minutes. That's because I didn't realize I could save and exit. So I was looking for a save point and I was just like, hey, like I'm gonna keep playing until I get to a save point. And I couldn't find a save point, and then I paused. I was like, let me just see if I could save and exit. And surely enough, once I went to exit game, it's like save and exit, And I was like, bro, really? So I did end up playing a few more minutes than that 20-minute timeline that I said. And you will see on my clips that it'll say like 23 minutes and 47 seconds or something like that. I stopped the timer and I didn't reset it, and I just was playing with the 23 minutes on my screen for a little bit. So I played maybe 30 to 40 minutes of this game. Not really that long, to be honest, because again, cinematics, the story, the cutscenes and all that do take up some time in this beginning stage of the game. So I played gameplay maybe like 28-30 minutes, and then 10 minutes of the cinematics. I will say it's a shaky game for me to start this series of can it hook me, right? Because I love the Hobbit movies, all three of them, amazing in my opinion. And I played Lego games before. So like I said, I played Lego games before, but I also love the Hobbit movies. So this game right here is something that I'm already interested in. So will it hook me? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to hook me. But I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to try it out myself and see if it can actually hook me with its gameplay, right? So let's move forwards. The story does cover pretty much the entirety of the first two movies. I can't speak for the books, but the first two movies are covered within this game. It doesn't cover the Battle of Five Armies, which in my opinion is a big negative, right? If I'm trying to play a video game, a movie tie-in video game, right? I want to play the whole movie or the whole series of movies, right? I want to get that whole story. The fact that this game doesn't cover the complete trilogy, even with DLC included, is a bummer for me. That's kind of a negative. That's a red flag right there. No, but that is a negative in my opinion. That being said, the game itself is pretty fun. The building mechanic has a fun little mini game where you have to, quickly select the right piece in order to keep the amount of studs that you can gain, right? Because you could gain, I think, a total of 20,000 is a max. And then every second that passes, it decreases 1,000. And if you click the wrong piece, it'll decrease by 1,000 as well. So if you do it perfectly and you do it in a timely manner, you'll gain 20,000 extra studs for completing that little mini game. And again, that's just when you're building stuff. It also has a meter, right, for mining material, where it has the little bars, a meter, and the little arrow goes back and forth between it. And if you click the button that it shows at the perfect time, it's going to destroy that material in one hit. You get as much material as you could get, the maximum, and on to the next, right? But if you miss, it's going to make you do it, I believe, 3 times is the maximum. Because I've only had to hit things 3 times, and sometimes I was messing up a few times. So I believe 3 is the maximum, but you get less studs. You get less back from not hitting that perfect one-shot, one-hitter quitter, right? They also have a few of these other mini games, right? Like there's a part where they're throwing the plates, right? They're throwing the plates and they're juggling the plates, and you just have to press the button when it pops up. Kind of like a rhythm type game. That's pretty much Lego, right? Lego mini games, quick time events. It's what we expected coming into this game, and really, I wasn't surprised, right? So, all right, next we'll talk about graphics. In my opinion, the graphics hold up, right? Lego video games, they don't need to be super realistic, ultra high fidelity graphic, high GPU demanding games, right? Big, large, new GPUs. It's something simple. It's something sweet. It's something cartoony. Plastic, right? Simple and easy. Just like the Lego toys, simple. The design is simple. The game design is simple, right? So Lego video games don't take themselves too seriously with the details to actually look really good. Think The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, right? That game, don't remember when it was released, but it was released back on the GameCube. And even if you pop in the original version, so not the HD remake, even if you pop in the original version to the GameCube or the Wii, it's still going to look decent today, right? It's going to be dated. It's going to look old. It's going to play old. It's going to play older than it looks. But it's still going to be a game that you could play and you could vibe with without actually feeling like, dang, this game looks ugly. Because the stylistically, it just transcends time, right? So Lego is another one of those games that can transcend time because the style of the graphics, the style of the artwork, the design, right? It doesn't need to look too serious. It doesn't need to look too realistic. So for me, it looks good. Granted, I was playing in 1440p, but still this game is from 2014. So as of right now, it's about 9 years old. And in my opinion, it still looked like a good game that I wouldn't have noticed was 9 years old at first glance. All right, so now what really the whole series is about. Does this game hook me in the first 20 minutes? I would say yes, it does. And had I not accepted the tutorial as part of those 20 minutes, it would have hooked me even harder. Because once you beat the tutorial, you get to the open world. Well, open-ish world, right? You get to explore more. You get to do side quests. You get to do more collecting. You get to unlock characters, right? So once you get to that part of the game, then it's fun. Then it's like, okay, let me go get this. Oh, I need to get this character so I can do this. Oh, I need to unlock this thing right here. Or let me go back to this map or this part of the map. Let me go back to this world, right? So that's Lego for you. So like I said, this game has an unfair advantage for me with it being a tie-in game of a movie franchise that I enjoy, right? That I enjoy, as well as part of a video game franchise that I've played time and time again. So of course I would be hooked. Lego video game, the chance to experience The Hobbit in a new way. It had me before I even installed the game, to be honest. But I had to test it out for myself and see if I would like it. I can see myself finishing this game sometime down the line. Maybe sooner if there aren't too many chapters and I don't try to 100% it, maybe I could complete it sooner. But for now, let's just say the first 20 minutes of gameplay combined with the story that it told during that time is definitely something I wanted to continue. And that's going to be all for the video. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't, and I will see you next time.
We just gotta go hard.